before I start.
Wala
Yeah.
ba?
So tell me if it's okay. So welcome to another session of organic chemistry. Finally, nakabalik tayo. So after Anakem, uh, like what I mentioned, we're already in chapter 8 ata natin ito. Pero in other books, nasa 10 na yata ito or 11, Josh. Um, we ended up last time in cycloalkenes rather. Ayan. Okay? So, um, unlike sa mga cycloalkenes, si cycloalkenes may limitation since due to its non-rotational nature, nung double bond, it's quite hard for you to form cycloalkenes, na smaller. So, in fact, the smallest na kaya nating ma-observe, spectroscopically is trans-cycloheptene. It's usually in the cis kasi, no? So, ayan. Five carbons atoms or fewer exist only in the cis form for cycloalkene. So it means we can still have cyclopropene. So may cyclopropene ka pero naka-cis form yon. We can also have cyclobutene na naka-cis form. Um, cyclopentene na naka-cis form, no? Pero ang trans-cycloalkenes, usually it will start to be observed physically, yan, spectroscopically speaking, pag trans-cycloheptene. Yung smallest, na na-isolate, na naka-trans na cycloalkene is trans-cyclooctene. Okay? So, like what I've mentioned, yung limitation lies in the fact that the double bond is non-rotational. Ang hirap mo siyang ikutin, unless baliin mo yung pi bond and then you can rotate it
Mukhang
in the
masyadong malaki
other
pa yung
side.
strain.
Again?
Mukhang malaki mo masyado yung strain sa trans.
Yeah, ayun
Lyric.
pa. So you have the non-rotational nature of ni double bond. So since non-rotational siya, magkakaroon siya ng mas mataas na angle strain. Since ang taas ng angle strain sa trans na form, no? So trans configuration, it makes the molecule quite impossible to exist, no? So we're not telling na hindi talaga sila nag-exist. Malay mo, in some other form of technologies, Josh, kayang-kaya nilang gumawa ng trans cycloalkene five carbons below, no? But so far, with the given technology and the knowledge that we have, the cis form are the usual, generally the form that exists for carbon 5 lower. And then, yung trans, ma-observe lang natin starting cyclooctane kasi yun yung may na-isolate na. Okay? So, that's it, no? We're done with the double bond introduction. So, we started with the nomenclature, and then I gave you already some properties, ng double bonds. Tapos nakapag-introduce na rin tayo ng some properties din ng cycloalkenes, etc. No? So, and some use, yung mga trivial information about alkenes. We now go to synthesis or preparation of alkenes. So, this is another, kung naalala mo, di ba, the way we study organic functionalities, yung meron tayong pattern, like we start with the description of the functional group, tapos nomenclature, tapos some trivia, pwede ring, or other properties of that functionality, and then synthesis, tapos reactions, then we also have trivial information for other stuff. Yan. So let's go with preparation of alkenes. Take note, Josh, this is not new to you. So, ang mangyayari dito this is a good summary of whatever we have learned so far from the different
Yun lang naman
functionalities
ba?
na gagawin
Elimination.
natin. Yes, correct. Sino-sining functionalities na nagkaroon na ng elimination? Kaya ba ni alkyl halide mag-eliminate?
Tsaka yung mga bulky.
Okay, kaya ni alkyl halide mag-eliminate? Kaya ba mag-undergo ni alcohols ng elimination?
Yes, pero dapat mas stronger sa OH.
Correct. So, tama, no? Yun yung, ibig sabihin, we can form alcohol going to alkene. Kaya din ba ni ether mag-eliminate? Kunwari, mag-undergo siya ng elimination to form alkene
Yun, kailangan nata pong mag-break muna.
ng ether?
Kung cyclic.
Concyclic. Pero, in general, if you have an ether, can you convert that into an alkene via elimination reactions?
I don't think so. Multi-step.
Uy!
Pero
Ether to,
magiging ano
ano?
muna ba, magiging ano yan, tawag doon, magiging,
Alkoxide.
magkaka-OTS blah
Oh.
blah blah.
O kaya, you convert that into some other form, no? O kaya, pwede rin naman,
Pero parang hindi naman po
protonated muna siya.
directly to ano, parang directly to alkene, I don't think so.
Mm. I think meron tayong reaction na
Direct
ether
po?
to alkene. Oo.
Mm.
Baka ang iniisip mo
Kasi
ay
parang
yung
magiging something muna po siya, eh, 'di ba?
may
Tosylated
dadaanan ka
alcohol.
muna.
Opo.
Let's just
Magiging ano kaya
image.
siya, tosylated alcohol muna, yung or something. Technically ether 'yun, yung ano, pero
Yeah, ether to yung OTS.
okey then puwede po, pero yung may mawawala. Something has to go.
Mm.
Kumbaga yung
Ang
mismong
ang
O.
ether kasi, in general, ang ginagawa natin kay ether, poor leaving group kasi yung alkoxide, no? Sorry,
Opo.
alkoxide. So ang gagawin natin, gagawin muna natin siyang protonated. Yung O doon magiging OH plus para
Pero
mag-leave
nga
na
po
siya.
maga-leave po yung buong ano kasama yung O.
Pero magkakaroon ka ng carbocation na maiiwan and that one can undergo
Okey.
elimination
Eh, di
if you have
puwede
a
po.
strong. Pwede talaga siya. So, yung ether can also undergo elimination reaction. It means that um, the past na or yung previous na functionalities that we have discussed, alkyl halides, alcohols, and ethers can also undergo elimination reactions and then form alkene. So example dito, ito nga alkyl halide lang ito. No? Ito alcohol converted into OTS na. Pero this one, technically speaking, this is also an ether, right? OTS. So
Mm.
um, this one will undergo elimination reaction since you have a strong base here, no? So magli-leave lang yan. Anong mechanism for this, Josh? You have
H.
a secondary alkyl halide, tapos a strong base, and then you form an alkene. Anong ano to? Anong
E2.
mechanism? E, E
E2.
what?
E2
This
po.
is correct. That's E2. So,
For
strong
now.
base, then
Pagka tertiary
secondary E2.
baka hindi na.
So, better na yung mag-ito tayo na one step lang siya na mechanism. How about dun sa second one? So, you have the tosylated form of this compound and then meron kang bulky base ulit, strong bulky base to form this elimination product. So, that is
Baka also
what
E2?
mechanism? E2 pa rin. Correct. E2 pa rin yan.
Opo.
Tapos, pwede rin naman mag-alcohol tayo, no? So, yung alcohol natin, like this, no? Yung tertiary alcohol ay, ano nga ito? Mag-undergo ng elimination and then you form this elimination product. Uh, ay, ano yung nakikita mo, Josh?
Yung side po, baka no?
Ayan. Okay naman siya.
Yes.
Hindi siya blank.
Hindi naman po.
Like, meron kang nakikitang examples pa na may alcohols.
Yes, hindi naman po.
Okay. So, weird. Sa akin ay naka-blank siya. You have the sulfuric acid elimination, no, to form this. O kaya, yung phosphorus oxychloride. So, we can have this elimination reaction din coming from the alcohols. No? So, if you will recall, ano naman yung mechanism for alcohols in general to form the elimination products? Yes, Josh? In general, for alcohols, ano ang mechanism for elimination reactions?
Yan yata ano, mag-ano muna, protonate muna COH.
Tapos, anong mangyayari? Ayan, so tertiary yan. You have a tertiary alcohol there. So anong mechanism yan? Yes, Josh? Ito, ayan. Sa tertiary alcohol to eh. So this is a tertiary alcohol. And then, react mo with sulfuric acid. And then it undergoes elimination reaction to form this elimination product. No? So 2-methyl propene. 2-methyl 1-propene. Anong mechanism naman? Kasi ito ay E2. Via E2 yan. How about this one? Yung alcohol mo. Yes, Josh? Josh?
Also yata, pero iba yata 'to, eh. Attack ni yung ano,
Ano yung mechanism? I'm asking for the
i-attack
mechanism.
attack ni O yung POCl3.
Hindi. The first one, yung ano muna, ito, yung tertiary alcohol mo. Not the phosphorus oxychloride. What mechanism is that? Ano ang mechanism involved? Mhm. What mechanism is involved there, Josh? Ito, yung first one, yung 2-methyl-2-propanol. Ito. Or tert-butyl alcohol. Ayan. Tama yon yung sinabi mo kanina. Ano yung first step natin dyan? You're going to what? Hello, Josh. Are you there?
Dalawa.
Ayan. Yan, naririnig na kita. Ano yung first, anong mangyayari dyan sa sulfuric acid with tert-butyl alcohol? Ano yung first step mo or how can you form the end product or the elimination product? So alcohol is a poor leaving group. So therefore, what you will do is what? Hello, Josh. Wala ka, Josh.
I-attack
Or,
niya yata si O yata attack na ba si POCl3, I forgot. Wala ba?
no. I'm asking about the first one muna. I'm
Ano ba?
not in the POCl3.
Ano siya, tertiary.
Tertiary alcohol and then paano mabubuo yung elimination product mo? You Yes, Josh?
Ano, pag na-protonate si OH, maga-leave siya, carbocation.
Okay. O anong mechanism yun?
Iwan?
Correct. So ito yung hinahanap ko dito sa sulfuric acid elimination, E1. How about yung pangalawa? Take note yung phosphorus oxychloride ay isa lang to sa another way, no, for dehydrating alcohol. So dehydration of alcohols ito forming alkenes. So si phosphorus oxychloride involves what mechanism? So dun lang tayo sa specific na elimination step. Kasi yung phosphorus oxychloride, it requires a preliminary step wherein we convert the OH group to a good living group. So you form there a good living group, no, yung OPOCl2. So, yeah. Yes, Josh? So, ano yung mechanism mo dyan for POCl3? Ang living group mo na ngayon dyan ay yung OPOCl2 kapag na-attach na siya dun sa alcohol. So of course, pyridine will be also involved there, no? Hindi lang naman siya solvent diyan. It also removes your proton there of your alcohol para magiging OPOCl2 siya. Josh, anong mechanism nung may POCl3? Phosphorus oxychloride? Take note may
Iyatak
mga
nga ni
unwanted
OH,
kasi siya.
ni O yata sa OH, si POCl3.
Yeah, magiging ano na yan, magiging OPOCl2 to. Kasi yung H mo dito, tatanggalin to ni pyridine eh. Ayan, i-abstract yan ni pyridine. Tapos, eto, magiging OPOCl2 yan. Yung isang Cl dyan, mag-leave. Okay? Tapos, good living group na yan, yung OPOCl2. Kaya magiging ano yan, OPOCl2 negative. Ito yung living group mo. Pero ano yung mechanism for this one? Yung mismong elimination niya. Once you form a good living group, so yung pyridine, i-abstract niya yung beta hydrogen para mag-leave si OPOCl2, which is a good living group already. So anong mechanism yun? So ang ginawa mo muna ay kinonvert mo muna si OH to a good living group na OPOCl2, tapos tsaka umatak si pyridine sa beta hydrogen, nag-leave ngayon si OPOCl2. What mechanism is this? This one avoids any rearrangement na possible. Kasi yun yung problem mo kay E1. Kapag yung alcohol ay nag-undergo ng E1, rearrangement can happen, no? So rearranged elimination products can be formed. However, for POCl3, wala kang rearrange dito. So ano kasi yung mechanism of elimination? Naalala mo? Kung E1, si alcohol, ang POCl3 together with PBr3, yung naalala mo yung isa pang way for elimination, yung may bromine naman, no? PBr3. Sorry, hindi pala yun elimination. Bromination yun. Si POCl3 lang yung pang-eliminate. This one will be using an E2 mechanism. Just pakitandaan ito ha. E2 yung mechanism mo for POCl3. E1 for sulfuric acid, elimination reaction of secondary and tertiary alcohols. Tapos, kapag POCl3 naman, E2 ang mangyayaring elimination mechanism. So, take note, even yung formation, no, or synthesis ng ng alkenes rather, no, they also have these rules, no, when forming our products. Kasi nga, mga molecules ito eh, no, and they have stereochemistry. So, take note, for alkene formation, some of the reactions are regioselective and stereoselective. So when you say regioselective, it means it will favor a certain isomer, no? Dun sa set of products that you can form. When you say stereoselective, it will prefer a stereoisomer over the other stereoisomer products that you can form. So for this one, we follow the Zaitsev rule, no? According to Zaitsev rule, the most stable alkene is usually formed as the major product. Can you recall kung ano yung Zaitsev rule, Josh? To form or to guide us in the formation of alkenes during elimination reactions. Ano yung Zaitsev rule?
Dapat
Ano?
yung most substituted possible.
Correct. Yung most substituted na alkene, siya ang magiging pinaka-stable na product. Therefore, siya yung magiging major product. And as seen from the examples, no, we have here, ito, alkyl halide ito, no? Tertiary alkyl halide, like this one, bromomethyl cyclohexane reacted with a strong bulky base, potassium terpetoxide. Ang major product natin will be this one, no? Kasi tri-substituted ito. Kumpara dito sa um, terminal, no? Terminal alkene. So this one is a terminal alkene. So, bakit dalawa yung nabuo dito, Josh? Sige nga, balikan mo. Why do you have two products here? Bakit meron kang major product na tri-substituted tapos terminal alkene? Kay alkyl halide lang muna. Kasi pare-parehas na yan for side cell. Basta may side cell ka, pare-parehas na sila. Yes, Josh?
Dapat mostly trans siguro.
Mostly trans? Bakit?
Pag
Ano ba yung requirement kapag mabubuo mo na yung elimination product? Bakit dalawa siya? Bakit dalawa yung products mo? Bakit hindi na lang yung major product lang yung nandoon?
kasi baka
Ano ba yung
umikot,
requirement
baka
mo?
umikot baka umikot pa yung alkene bago siya na eliminate.
Umikot yung alkene. Hoy,
Yung
ano ang
alkene,
last step for
alkene what? Yung
elimination?
alkene. Yung alkene.
O hindi. Ano yung last step mo for elimination? O ayan, kunwari, alkyl
Yung
halide
H-band
yan.
mapupunta sa alkene band.
Yung H-band yung H-band mapuputol so that will form the alkene
Yes,
band.
opo.
Sino
Mapupunta
yung
yung band
H na
malamang
yun?
nun.
Sino yung H na yun?
Yung katabi niya, beta hydrogen.
Okay, yung beta hydrogen. Ibig sabihin nun, as long as you have beta hydrogens available dun sa mismong site mo, no, yung alpha carbon mo or yung sa carbocation na mabubuo. So, kung ano to ha, yung nag-E1, no, um, basta may beta hydrogen surrounding that, you can form several products. For this one kasi, we have two beta hydrogens. Itong methyl na nandito sa substituent. Tapos, yung hydrogen ladder na nasa methyl substituent. Tapos, yung hydrogen na nasa ring. So, ngayon, yung hydrogen na nasa ring, yung prefer natin. No? So, same din dito. So, the hydrogen present in your cyclohexane ring will be preferred over dun sa CH3, no, sa hydrogen na nasa CH3 or substituent because this one will form a tri-substituted alkene versus dun sa terminal alkene. And if you will recall, terminal alkene ang pinaka unstable, no? Or pinaka least stable na, hindi naman siya unstable. Stable din naman yan. Pinaka least na stable kumpara dun sa other alkene positioning. Okay? So, ayan. Kaya nawala yung isang hydrogen dyan. So, that will form a terminal alkene dito or exo-alkene. Okay? So, similarly with alcohol, ito, secondary alcohol
Ano ba?
to, no?
Exo-alkene?
Ito, yung alcohol mo sa baba.
Pero yung
Ayan.
pa yung term sa terminal, exo-alkene?
Ayan. Can you explain for the second one, yung elimination via sulfuric acid? Dehydration reaction ni alcohol.
Protonate
Paano nabuo
COH,
yung mga
tapos
yan?
leave COH. Yung carbocation, marami siyang choice na saan pupunta. Through hydrogen shift, siguro.
Correct. Via E1 to. No? Via E1. So, sino pala yung base mo dyan? Naalala mo? For sulfuric acid.
Meron ba po? Water?
Water ba ang base natin for ano? For elimination?
So baga na po siya na. Yes, baka. Yes, water. Kukunin na yung H, isang H.
So,
Kasi acidic pa na. So, yung water, yung magiging hydronium.
to form the alkene product.
Ba? Yun yung magpa-pull kay H.
Ngayon, paano mo mabubuo yung products diyan?
Maano nga pa, mapaprotonate si OH, tapos mag-leave si water. Ngayon may na siya, may positive charge
Asan yung
doon.
mga choices po ng beta hydrogen?
Actually, isa lang po. Pero yung carbocation kasi baka lumipat kasi magkaka-hydride shift.
paano naging tatlo?
Yun nga po, baka tatlong choices. Ay, wait lang. CH. So may isa doon, may isang choice katabi na ng H. Tapusan, kung
Saan? Saan yung choice na yun?
ang pangit kasi
Ito,
po ng skeletal
ma-eliminate to,
eh.
right?
Pangit ng skeletal.
So, 1, 2. Ayan, sige. Ikaw mag-skeletal. Delete ko to.
Yan.
Yan.
Kumbaga na-plus na siya.
Mhm.
Ayan, tatlo. One, dito po. Tatlo po.
Bakit meron ka pa ring pang OH? Di ba dapat nag-leave na yan?
1, 2. Ay, ba't ba ganun? Wala po.
Dapat wala ka ng bundle, right?
Dapat 4 lang pala. 1.
Anyari?
Wait lang. Yes, tama po. CH2,
Hindi, wala na yung
CH.
OH
Hindi
mo
ba
dapat. So, dapat lang siya, butane.
CH3, CH2, CH2? Ay, CH.
Ganyan lang siya.
Tapos ano yung
Kasi
plus?
magli-leave na to, right? Yan, ganyan.
So may
Kasi
H
magli-leave
dito.
na yan.
H,
Okay.
H.
Okay.
Ayan, so isa magiging
Ito,
terminal,
bawal
isa pa
naman to
magiging sa
eh.
middle.
Bawal to, di ba? Yung alpha hydrogen mo, hindi yan pwede
Ay, hindi
ma-eliminate
pa nga
kasi
pwede.
beta hydrogen eh.
Pero baka
So, pag dito ako nag-eliminate, ito
So,
yung mabubuong product.
baka
Right?
umikot po siya.
Sige. Ito yon. Ito yung product na yon. Pag dito ako nag-eliminate, terminal alkene siya.
Opo,
Correct?
ito yan.
Paano pag sa kabila? Yan. Tama yan. Diyan yan. Paano pag sa kabila?
Trans.
Okay. Tapos,
Or ito. Is.
bawal ka mag-eliminate dyan sa
Bakit nandito
carbocation
siya?
mismo.
Ayan.
Hmm.
2. Sa
So,
carbon
saan
2 po.
galing yung cis and trans mo?
Ay, carbon 3 pa lang. Umikot lang.
Okay, correct.
Umikot lang po siya. Tapos yung naging
Okay. Automatic, parang yan, basta kay carbon 3, itong hydrogen na to yung may eliminate, you will form two products there already. Yung trans tsaka yung cis na alkenes natin. Okay? So, ayan. Ito yung gusto ko kapag yung nagsa-summarize na tayo. Kasi nga, we're testing our knowledge kung ano yung nangyari dun sa discussion natin. Okay? So, I'll move sa next slide ha. So, ito yung preparation of alkenes from alkyl halides. By the way, Josh, nag-remind lang na within several minutes, this meeting will end. Rejoin ka lang agad ha. May meeting lang kasi ako, Josh, nung around 5. So, yeah. Okay, so to have E2 mechanism versus take note for alkyl halides kasi ano yung competing mechanism natin, Josh? E2 versus SN2. For alkyl halides muna tayo ha. E2 versus SN2. So how can we favor E2 mechanism over SN2 mechanism para hindi mag-undergo ng nucleophilic substitution? So we use here a secondary or tertiary alkyl halide if possible, and then when a synthesis must begin with a primary alkyl halide, use a bulky base. So, naalala mo kung sino yung bulky base ang pwedeng gamitin kapag alkyl halide, primary alkyl halide, yung starting material mo, pero gusto mo elimination product siya. Naalala mo yon? Sino yon? Yung mga bulky base na yon? Can you give me the reagent? Para pag automatic, pag nakita mo kasi sila, ay elimination yung mangyayari. Yes, Josh? Sino yon? Ayan no, yung second point. When a synthesis must begin with a primary alkyl halide, we need to use a bulky base. Strong bulky base dapat yan.
Para hindi po siya hindi po siya mag-substitute.
Hindi, yun nga. Kasi yun nga yung gusto natin to favor an E2 mechanism over SN2. Pero can you give me an example a strong bulky base?
Tibo?
Yeah, pwede yun. Tert butoxide, another one. May diniscuss tayo yung three-letter acronym. Dalawa yun. Para pag nakita mo yung automatic elimination agad yung mangyayari. So kahit primary alkyl halide yung ibigay mo, hindi yan mag-undergo ng mechanism if you see those reagents.
None.
Di, anong na? Meron. Ano yun? Di, naalala mo yun? Strong Barkley base. Pag nakita mo sila, oy, elimination agad yan, regardless kung primary or mahirap pag-undergo ng elimination yung alkyl halide mo. DBU tsaka DBN. Yeah, DBU, DBN. Mga azo group to or um, aza containing na compounds. Okay. Yan, DBU or DBN. Yan ngayon yung pwede natin gamitin. Basta makita mo yung reagent na yan, Joshua, elimination agad yan. So a third one is to favor E2 mechanism over SN2, we need to use a high concentration of a strong and non-polarizable base such as an alkoxide. So parang matik naman yun if we're given with an alkoxide, lalo na kung bulky yung alkoxide, automatic mag-elimination siya. Sodium ethoxide in ethanol. So, ayan, sodium ethoxide in ethanol and potassium tert-butoxide in tert-butyl alcohol are bases typically used to promote keto reactions. Another one, no, yung last one, very important, use elevated temperatures because heat generally favors elimination over substitution. If you will recall, same rule ito kay alcohols. Ang dehydration will be promoted over substitution ng alcohols basta elevated yung temperature, no? So, yun siya. Kasi kapag nag-undergo ng, tandaan mo dyan siya, yung alcohols kapag nag-undergo ng substitution, ethers ang nabubuo. No? So, lower temperatures usually ang ether formation. Pero kapag tinaas mo yung dehydration temperature mo for alcohols, you now form dehydration products or alkenes. Okay? So, ngayon, if we use a small base naman, let's say an ethoxide or hydroxide, no, the major product of the reaction will be the more highly substituted alkene, which is also the most stable alkene per Zaitsev rule. So, ito walang problem to kung small base lang siya kasi yung given na alkyl halide natin ay tertiary alkyl halide. So, basta pag tertiary alkyl halide and you're given with a strong base, promoted na yan to form eliminated products, no? So, or elimination products. So, for this one, ayan, meron tong at least, no, percentages na pinakita. You have here a tertiary alkyl bromide, no? So, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 bromo, 2 methyl butane, no? So, that is your compound. Tapos, meron kang given na alkoxide. Ayan, Josh. Hello, Josh. Can you hear me? Audible na ba?
Yes, abang.
Okay, yon. So, you have here your tertiary alkyl halide nga, no? So, 2-bromo, 2-methyl butane, and then you reacted it with a small base. Take note ha, Josh ha. Ito na ngayon yung catch. Hindi kasi natin to diniscuss last time, yung rule na ito. No? Pag small base siya, tapos meron kang tertiary alkyl halide or secondary alkyl halide, this one will work too sa secondary alkyl halide. You will form the more stable, the major product will be the more stable na alkene, no? Yung mas substituted, which is your Zaitsev rule, no? So the side table states that. So as we can see here, you form the 2-methyl-2-butene as your tri-substituted, more stable yan, versus your 2-methyl-1-butyl, 31% less stable. Tignan mo naman ngayon to, Josh. Take note of this ha, Josh ha. Alkyl halide pa rin. For alkyl halide, no, carrying out the hydrohalogenation with bulky base, so with the bulky base, let's say potassium tert-butoxide in tert-butyl alcohol, favors the formation of less substituted alkene. So, ayan, bago to sa'yo. Ito ngayon siya. Kunwari, you have here your tert-butyl tertiary alkyl halide or alkyl bromide. Ni-react mo siya with tert-butoxide in tert-butanol or tert-butyl alcohol. You form the major product. Ang expected natin yung tri-substituted, no? In fact, hindi. Yung less substituted. So, yung terminal alkene, yung naging major product mo, 2-methyl-1-butene. Okay? So, we call this as the Hofmann rule. Yung Hofmann rule, babalikan natin ulit sila kapag nasa amines na tayo. Pero Joshua, sa ngayon, ito yung tandaan mo. If small base ang ginamit, follow side-step rule. For alkyl halides ito, applicable. And then kapag strong base na bulky, you form the Hofmann product. So, Zaitsev product tsaka versus the Hofmann product. Okay? So, ayan. Why do you have E2 reactions for this? So, meron ka ngayong Zaitsev product at saka ano nga ito? Hofmann product. Okay? So, ito. Yeah. So, ito yung explanation for the Hofmann rule. Yung Hofmann degradation, ano mo ulit yan sa amines eh. Okay? But for alkenes, ito yung application niya. So, let's have it. May example tayo dito. So, we have an example here na neomethyl chloride. So, take note of that. Ganyan yung itsura niya. So, let us consider the different behavior in E2 reaction shown by two compounds containing cyclohexane rings, neomethyl chloride, so which follows a Zaitsev elimination, and methyl chloride. So, of course, may idea ka, si methyl chloride ay pina-follow niya naman yung Hofmann elimination. So, this is the usual knowledge that we have right now, yung may neomethyl chloride, kasi ito yung mag-follow ng Zaitsev, no? So, ang mangyayari dito, we need to redraw the neomethyl chloride in using the shear conformation. If you will notice here, Josh, yung chlorine natin ay nasa baba. Ayan, facing downward. Tapos, ito yan, yung CH3, 2. Ayan. So, this is your isobutyl na wait. So, this is your isobutyl na substituent. It's facing downward as well based dun sa drawing, no? Using the Haworth, no? And then, oriented above the ring. Yung metal group, no? For neomethyl. So, ito siya. So, ngayon, for you
Kasi
to...
ba yung ano, ba, kung ba't naging, is there any relation between methyl and methyl?
Wait lang, again. Neomethyl tsaka methyl chloride.
Di ba, yung methyl tsaka methyl, kumbaga meron pa pong enzyl?
I'm not sure about this. True. Nga. yung methyl na substituent, no? Methyl chloride. Or combination ba siya kasi meron kang isobutyl tsaka methyl. So, wait, let me check na. It's a good question. Yeah, methyl substituent. Oh, okay. Yung methyl daw dyan, Josh, refers to the whole ring itself. Kasi derived siya sa C10 kay menthol. Ito, this whole ring here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. C, 7, 8, 9, 10. Itong whole ring na to, Josh. Yan. Yan yung methyl group. Kaya siya methyl chloride. Ito. Methyl chloride. So the methyl here refers to this whole group. Kasi kamukha niya si menthol. Okay? So yan yung formation. Yan yung base structure ni menthol. So instead na OH yung ano mo, ginawa mo siyang chloride. Kaya siya methyl chloride. It doesn't refer to the substituents na methyl tsaka isobutyl. Clear ba tayo dun, Josh?
Aba.
Yes, Josh? Ayan na. Yung menthil, yung term na menthil, para siyang alkyl lang, no? So, kasi it refers to the menthol parent name. So, instead na OH yung makita mo, chlorine. So, kaya siya naging methyl chloride. Okay? So, an isomer of methyl chloride will be neomethyl chloride. So, dun muna tayo kay neomethyl chloride kasi this one follows your side-side rule. Tapos, naalala mo to, yung dapat, ano yung for your elimination to occur, ano dapat yung position ni hydrogen dun sa leaving group? Yes, Josh? For elimination to occur, ano dapat yung formation ni or conformation ni hydrogen or positioning ni beta hydrogen with respect to your leaving group?
Opposite. Ano kasi tawag
Opposite
doon?
or anong
may
elimination
tawag may tawag yung term.
correct.
Basta
Ano to?
magka-opposite. Actual.
So, anti-elimination. Diba? Kasi hindi dapat sila same side eh. Naka-anti position yung beta hydrogen mo against dun sa leaving group. Para pag inattack ni ethoxide, which is a small strong base, no? Yung beta hydrogen, one of the beta hydrogens here, it will do elimination between carbons 1 and 2 or elimination between carbons 2 and 3. Okay? Tapos, anti-elimination ito kasi nasa kabilang side dapat yung beta hydrogen and then magli-leave si chlorine. No? So, you now form two major products here. So, sino ang magiging major product? Yung nandito sa side ni isobutyl o yung nandito sa side ni chlorito? Yung two carbons, between carbons 1 and 2 or between between carbons 2 and 3. So, ang sagot natin dito, Josh, no? So, yung mentene, one mentene will be the more stable one because for side Seb, yun yung magiging mas stable kasi tri-substituted ngayon yung one mentene. Pero you can still have the two mentene wherein the double bond will be placed between carbons 2 and 3 and then yun nga lang, di-substituted lang ito na alkene, no? So, it's less stable kumpara dun kay 1-mentene. So, ang clue mo dito, for green hydrogens, they will have an anti-position against your chlorine, no? Which is your leaving group, so that you can form the more stable conformation. So, when you have elimination by path A, that one leads to 1-mentene. The more stable alkene kasi tri-substituted siya, that will be your major product. And while path B will lead to you formation of 2-mentene, less stable alkene siya kasi di-substituted lang siya. So, this is your side Seb product kumbaga, no, for neomentene. How about dun kay Hoffman elimination? Let's now go to methyl chloride. Bakit, no? Bakit nasa kabila yung major product mo, yung terminal, no? Or yung mas less substituted, kumbaga. So let us now consider the different behavior in ether reaction shown by the two compounds containing cyclohexane rings, neomethyl and methyl chloride. For methyl chloride, this one follows Hoffman elimination given that your base is also bulky, no? So strong bulky bacillus alkoxide such as tert butoxide. No? So, magiging Hoffman product naman, yung magiging major natin. So, take note of this. Tignan mo ha, ito nga hindi nga to tert butyl oxide or tert butoxide yung nandito. So, in fact, etoxide lang din yung nireact natin kay methyl chloride. If you will notice, Josh, sa methyl chloride, naka-trans yung isobutyl na substituent tapos yung chlorine. So, chlorine is oriented upward this time. So, with this, no, may tanong ako, Josh. What can you say about the beta hydrogens? Hmm.
Beta
Yes, Josh,
hydrogen.
what can you say about the beta hydrogens? Ilan yung
Naka,
available na beta hydrogens?
yung sa stable, ano lang siya, yung taglan. Yung ano taglan, hindi siya anti-periplanar. Ayun, anti-periplanar. Yung isa yung anti-periplanar.
Yung nasa ano lang?
Axial.
Axial? Ito?
Hindi ba? Yung yung isang beta hydrogen na naka-axial. Yung sa right
Yung
side.
naka-flip na. Ito ni-ring flip kasi ito eh.
Yes, awa. Yung na-flip na.
Okay, so take note of this ha. Isa lang kasi yung hydrogen mo na naka-anti position or anti-periplanar nga din with respect to your living group na chlorine. So, with this, nasa carbon 3 lang. No choice ka, Josh. No, nasa carbon 3 lang. So, with that, iisa lang talaga yung mabubuong product mo, si 2-mentene lang. And this will give you a 100% na, almost 100% na formation, no? Product yield, no? And this one follows a less substituted. No? This one will lead you to less substituted na alkene. So, it follows a Hofmann elimination. So, take note of this, Joshua. Take note of the instances wherein if you don't have an anti-periplanar or anti-position na beta hydrogen with respect to your leaving group, you cannot perform the beta elimination kasi nga beta elimination siya, no? So, and that's the reason why your reaction will be very radioselective and stereoselective. Okay? So, clear ba tayo dito?
Awa.
Hindi na tayo dyan, Josh. Ako, may tanong ako dito after. Next. Paano naman kapag magpre-prepare tayo from alcohols? No? So, alcohols naman. For alcohols, they usually undergo dehydration. That is the term for elimination. So, matika ulit. For alkyl halides, ang tawag natin sa reaction to form alkenes, dehydrohalogenation, no?
Ano
So,
ba?
kasi nga nagtatanggal tayo
So,
ng HX.
ano siya, matatanggal. Kaya nga.
Dehydrohalogenation. So, magtatanggal tayo ng HX kaya elimination. Pero for alcohols, nagtatanggal tayo ng tubig. H2O yung natatanggal eh. Kaya dehydration siya. So, lose a molecule of water so that we can form the elimination product alkenes, no? When heated with a strong acid. So, usually in the laboratory, Bronsted acids such as sulfuric acid and phosphoric acids can be used, while in the industry, Lewis acids such as alumina or Al2, aluminum oxide, are used for gas phase dehydration. So there's a trivia dito, no, na alumina pala yung ginagamit for gas phase dehydrations in industrial scale. So, for ano naman yung notes or what we need to bear in mind when we have dehydration of alcohols. Take note, the temperature and concentration of acid required to dehydrate an alcohol depends on the structure of the alcohol substrate. Again, the temperature and concentration of acid required to dehydrate an alcohol depend on the structure of alcohol substrate. So take note, pag primary alcohols, these are the most difficult to dehydrate. Ayaw nila usually nagda-undergo ng dehydration, Josh. Kasi very unstable yung mabubuo nilang transition state, if ever, no? So Therefore, they will just undergo E2 mechanism. E2 ang nangyayari pag primary alcohols so that you can form the elimination products. Ngayon, madali kapag secondary alcohols sa tertiary alcohol. Kasi pag secondary and tertiary alcohols, they will follow both E1 mechanism, no? So secondary alcohols, they are usually dehydrated under milder conditions by E1 mechanism. And then tertiary alcohols are usually so easily dehydrated via E1 mechanism. So tertiary alcohols are the easiest, no, to eliminate, no? Yun yung mangyayari sa atin dyan. And that extremely mild conditions can be used. Basta meron kang sulfuric acid with a tertiary alcohol, it will undergo dehydration or elimination reactions to form alkene products. So, ayan. Take note. Yun sa number one pa rin, no? Ito, examples ito. So, examples. Primary alcohol. We have here ethanol, a primary alcohol. You have concentrated sulfuric acid here at 180 degrees Celsius, mataas, no? So sabi ko nga sa'yo, temperature promotes elimination as well, no? So via E2 mechanism, so this is a one-step mechanism, will form ethene, no? Plus water. And then, kapag secondary alcohols, this will now follow E1 mechanism. We can use here sulfuric acid and any other acid, no? Ito, pinakita dito, phosphoric acid yung ginamit niya. 85%. So if you have cyclohexanol with 85% phosphoric acid, heat it up around 165 to 170 degrees Celsius. You can form cyclohexene as your major product, no? So cyclohexene yung mabubuo natin and water as your byproduct. Finally, for tertiary alcohols, Josh, no? Matic to, E1 mechanism yan sila. So if we have tert butyl alcohol here, so milder na yung conditions, if you will notice, no? Milder conditions na siya. You just need to use 20% sulfuric acid and heat it up to 85 degrees Celsius lang. And then, ngayon, magkakaroon ka na ng elimination product na gusto mo, si 2-methylpropyl. Okay? So, pamild ng pamild yung reaction conditions habang chini-change natin yung alcohol substrate. Pinakamabilis, mag-undergo ng elimination reaction yung tertiary alcohols, while secondary alcohols yung susunod, and both of them, secondary and tertiary, occurs via E1 mechanism. Tapos pag primary naman, if you want to undergo primary alkenes, no, primary alcohols rather, into alkenes, you need to undergo or you need to use E2 mechanism here. And harsher, no, mas difficult na reaction conditions. Mas mataas na temp, mas concentrated na acid, etc. Okay? So, next, number 2. Some primary and secondary alcohols also undergo rearrangements. Take note of this, no? Naalala mo to, Josh, yung nag-undergo ng rearrangement. So, example, 3,3-dimethyl-2-butanol reacts with 85% sulfuric acid at 80 degrees Celsius. You form 2,3-dimethyl-2-butene at saka 2,3-dimethyl-1-butene. So, ano nangyari dito? Ayan. Nung nangyari dyan, Josh, ano yung nangyaring rearrangement dito? Paano ka nakabuo ng 2,3-dimethyl-1-butene? Yes, Josh?
Naano muna po siya. Pag doon.
Ano mechanism? Ano muna yung mechanism na susundin? You have here a tertiary alcohol.
Naano po siya na
Secondary sorry. Secondary alcohol, ni-react mo with 85% phosphoric acid at 80 degrees Celsius. Yes, Josh. Anong mechanism muna? Phosphoric acid, 80 degrees Celsius, secondary alcohol, 3,3-dimethyl-2-butanol. Ano yung mechanism mo muna dyan, Josh? To form the elimination products.
Ano mo muna siya, ma-protonate po siya.
Pero ano yung mechanism? In general?
Iwan?
Yes, correct. That's E1. Kasi matik yan, secondary alcohol yan eh, tapos phosphoric acid. So this one will undergo E1 mechanism. Okay. Can you explain, Josh, paano nabuo tong 80% na 2,3-dimethyl 2-butene tsaka 2,3-dimethyl 1-butene? Paano yan? Paano nagkaroon nito yung 20% 2,3-dimethyl 1-butene? Yes, Josh, paano nabuo yun? Hmm. Paano nabuo yung 2,3-dimethyl 1-butene mo?
Tapos ng ano na siya, tawag doon na naging alkene na po siya na.
Pero
Hindi
paano nga
natanggal.
nabuo yung
Naging ano po
2,3-dimethyl
siya,
1-butene?
yung nasa ano yan, nasa primary balance.
Paano yun nabuo? Yung 2,3-dimethyl 1-butene? Yes, Josh, paano to nabuo? Ito, ayan. Yan. Kasi parang, ayan, medyo kakaiba yung structure niya kumpara dun sa starting material natin. Anong nangyari dyan?
Baka metal shift po na, wait lang mo.
Ayun, correct.
Ay, oo,
So,
kasi na-move yung isa dito yung sa left. Yung sa
yeah.
metal po,
So
nag-jump sa right.
you have a metal ship here. So the less stable secondary carbocation rearranges to a more stable na tertiary carbocation. If you will notice here, so ito yung secondary carbocation na nabuo natin once your hydroxyl group converted into a good living group like water, alis na siya, will form a secondary carbocation. However, less stable yan via its transition state na um, cyclopropyl-like, no? Yan, lumipat yung metal mo. So, nagkaroon ng metal ship here, dito. Tapos, you now have a tertiary carbocation. And this tertiary carbocation can now undergo elimination to form this product. Okay? So, Josh, ayan. Dito tayo, okay, addition na to. Dito tayo mag-end sa mga examples natin. Pa-screenshot nga nito, Josh. Okay na?
Aba.
Okay, and then, ako naman tong number 3. Sa main 3. Tapos, isi-share ko kasi yung natin, whiteboard for organic. Tapos, yun yung doon tayo magsagot. Okay? So, ang next na kasi natin dito ay, ayan, addition reactions. So, stop share lang ako. Tapos, gonna share our whiteboard. Tapos, organic. Wait lang dyan siya, loading lang siya. So we have three items here for synthesis of alkene. So this is just a good ano no, good review for the past three functionalities na na-discuss natin. So wala nga mong ether, no? So generally kasi yung ether naman ay kamukha lang din ni alcohol. If it will undergo elimination reaction. Tagal pa rin sa side ko.
Ayaw.
Still loading. Loading pa rin sa end ko. Sa'yo ba, Josh? Nakita mo na yung board?
Ayaw nga po mag-paste eh. Alam mo?
Ayaw pa mag-paste. Okay. Sa akin kasi hindi pa nalito. Ayan na! Meron na sa akin.
I-upload ko po na manually. Ganun.
Ayan, nandiyan ka na. Ito yung ano natin, practice set. Wait, lagyan ko muna ng line, division line. Make it red.
Bagal.
Yan.
Kita mo sobrang bagal.
Ayan, nilagyan ko na ng division. Feeling ko nga dapat gumamit na tayo. Kasi second page niya na yata ito eh. Page,
Sobrang
oo,
bagal po,
page
sobrang
2.
bagal. Talaga nagka-crash na po.
Nasa page 2 ka ba, Josh? Punta ka sa page 2.
Page 2, page 2.
Yung sa three vertical lines dun sa top left. Yung Joshua Organic Chemistry and then page na nakalagay dyan 1 eh. Pero dapat nakalagay 2. Nasa 2 na ako. Nandito ka na? Ayan, mabilis siya sa akin dito. Kasi hindi
Ayan, so
naglo-load.
bilis po.
Oo, mas onti yung laman nito eh. Yan, nakikita mo na yung number 3. Ayan, paste mo ngayon yung 1 and 2. Dudugtungan kita.
Ayun, finally.
Ayan. So, ayan, nalagyan ko na. Ayan, 1, 2, 3 na yan. Oh. Dahil tapos naman na natin ito i-discuss, answer 1, A and B.
Sige po. Products of it.
1A, yeah. For 1A and B. Products lang yung hinahanap.
So, protonate siya ngayon. Tapusan
Oh, yeah.
yan. Unmet. Maganda protonate siya. Ginawa pa yung name.
Mhm. Hindi naman. Okay lang yan. Oh, sure ka, kasha sa'yo dyan? Paano pag multiple products yan? Lagyan mo ng major din. Hmm. Yes, Josh, sagot for 1A and 1B?
1A, yan na ba? Tapos na si 1B.
Hmm. If you have multiple products, indicate kung sino yung major.
Oo nga ba na. Wait, pag nandito na siya. Pwede kayang, oh, I guess.
How about 1B, Josh?
Dalawa yata to. Ay, hindi, tatlo.
For 1A, we have 3.
Opo, tatlo. So, bale, si trans to exceed is tapusan guess 1?
Sige. Mag-ano na tayo. Hi, Josh. Sharing lang ako nung ano natin. Ayan na. Ang bilis niya lang kapag nasa page 2 na pala. Ayan. Wait. Join ko yung second device ko lang, Josh. Saglit lang.
Ay, mabilis nga po mag-load. Mabilis nga po mag-load.
Okay, try mo lang i-finalize yung sagot mo sa 1A and 1B. How did you form yung isang product sa 1A?
Yan na po.
Ayan. Yung sa 1A, paano mo nabuo yung isang product?
Hydrate shift.
Hybrid chip?
Yes, opo. From one of yung beta. Opo, from one of the beta hydrogen.
One of the beta hydrogens. Wait lang, let me check. And disconnect naman na yung audio ko. And na-join ko na yung isa kong kasama. Let's have here 1A. Okay. 1A. Let's have Ayan. So, ang binigay sa atin is methyl cyclophentanol. Yeah. Okay. So, ayan. If this one will undergo elimination, Josh, via sulfuric acid, saan aalis ang mechanism natin via E1? Saan aalis yung water? So, you'll have a carbocation here, right? Nandito, yung carbocation mo. So, nasa ng mga beta hydrogens mo, Josh? You have a beta hydrogen here. You have a beta hydrogen here. You also have a beta hydrogen here. Correct? Oh. Bakit magkakaroon ng hydride ship, Josh? Why do you propose that a hydride ship is possible?
It's possible, but I don't know why it would occur.
And that's my question. Why there's a need for hydride ship if you already form a tertiary carbocation?
I guess there's none.
This
Good
is the
question po.
most stable, di ba? This is the most stable carbocation na. So there's no need for you to have a hydride chip
Hindi mo
here.
ba pwede
So
parang mangyari na?
hindi. Pero dalawa din yung products mo. Hindi mo na-predict yung dalawa mong products. Kaya ayan kasi minamadali mo lahat eh.
Pwede
Pwede
pong
naman ganito.
pwede pala pong si terminal yun.
Ayun, yun yung nawala mo. Sige, drawing mo ngayon yung two final products. Okay lang, hindi naman to practice eh. Kaya discussion tayo.
Ayan, ito pwede pong terminal. Nakalimutan ko pala. Parang, alam ko nga po, there's something missing.
Mhm. Okay, correct. So, yan ngayon yung sagot natin. So, sino ang major, sino ang minor product?
Ito ba? Ito yung major.
Okay, correct. Wait lang. Hmm. Okay, sige. This is your minor. And take note, anong rule ang pina-follow mo dito?
I can write sub lang po.
Okay, this is still, we're following the site set products here. Site set elimination. Mhm. Okay, so what if, wait lang Josh, meron akong naiisip. What if, ano mo ay ganito? Naisip ko lang. What if we have this problem? Hindi. This time, may lighter pala yan. Good. And then, let's see, you have here your earth retail alcohol at 75 degrees Celsius. Okay. Ayan, Josh. What if ganito ang binigay? Can you predict what will be the products here? So, we're still in 1A. I'm giving you another situation here. Yes, Josh, are you there? Dali, ano naman na to? We're almost done.
Nga po, may naman. Pag natanggal siya,
We still have 32 minutes left for this meeting. Anong mechanism pala muna? What mechanism?
E2? Ay, hindi. Tama. Baka E2. Pero E1 yata kasi weak naman si Tibok. Hindi ganun kalakas.
Weak base? Weak base ang Tibok.
Not really. Nga pala mo.
Ano?
Pero kasi secondary lang naman. Pero tertiary pala na.
Oh, tertiary yan.
Baka E1 lang.
Hmm. Okay, correct. That's an E1. We'll proceed with an E1 reaction. So, anong mangyayari? This one is still E1. Take note pag mga tertiary alkyl halides, tapos mag-undergo ng dehydrohalogenation, it will undergo via E1. So, you still have an E1 mechanism here. So, anong mabubuo na carbocation? Yes, Josh?
Maano siya, tawag doon. E mo na siya.
Yeah,
Marami.
E1 yun.
Oh,
Sorry, Josh, it's not E1. This is E2. At sabi ko na ang nafe-feel ko ay there's something E2 yan. Ang E1 eliminations, you usually observe that for alcohols. Pero pag alkyl halides, they really favor SN2 and E2 mechanisms. So ano muna, wait. Burahin ko to ha. Ano muna yung magiging mo, mechanism? Dalawa ang products mo dito. Ano ka muna, Josh? Gumamit ka ng dalawang pens kapag mag-eliminate. Kasi ano to concerted. Lakihan ko to ha. O ayan, para at least makapagsulat ka dyan na ah, hmm. Go. Concerted kasi yan. You can use other color for to differentiate the hydrogens here. Via E2 mechanism, tapos you use tert butoxide as your base, no? So this is your strong base in tert butanol at 75 degrees Celsius. Yes, Josh?
maano siya, tawag doon. 75 para hindi po mag-ano na, mainit. Para mag-E talaga.
Yan, kapag hydrogen. So, mabubuo. Kapag yung doon ka natanggal, ito naman ang mabubuo. Oh, paano dyan? Okay, you'll arrive ba sa same products? Lagyan mo ng mechanism, Josh. Ayan o, kaya nilakyan ko na yung product mo dito eh. O, lagyan kita dito ha. O, ayan, ito yung beta hydrogen mo kunwari na red. Tapos ito yung isa mong beta hydrogen. Tapos, o, ito yung third with oxide mo. Hmm. Baliktad. Hmm. Third with oxide. So, kapag ito ang i-eliminate mo, dito ang buo. Pag dito ang elimination, dito naman ang punta. Hmm. Okay lang ito. Okay, and then ganyan. Ayan. So, tapos Josh, ano pa yung product mo? Yung isa pa lang yung product na nabibigay mo, Josh. What is the other one? So, ito yung... Ay. So, yan. So, terminal alkene to. How about the other one, Josh?
Yung isa, nandun lang sa ring.
Mhm. Ngayon, ano ang major product dito? Kulang ka ng methyl. Siya naman methyl here. Kulang ka ng methyl, Josh. Ayan. Sino ang major product dito? So, with what we have learned kanina, kapag gagamit ka ng third butoxide, no? Strong bulky base, tapos you have a tertiary alkyl halide, you will not follow the side cell elimination. Instead, you will now have the Hoffman elimination. Hoffman elimination. So, kapag Hoffman elimination ang sinundan, Josh, ano ang product natin? The Hoffman elimination, so dehydrohalogenations with using a bulky base such as potassium tert-butoxide in tert-butyl alcohol favors the formation of the less substituted alkene per Hoffman rule. So ito dapat ang ating major product this time. So ito, minor na yun. Okay? Yes, Josh, nandiyan ka pa?
Tawa.
Kung nakita mo ngayon yung difference between side cells at Hoffman, very particular yung Hoffman, Josh, ha? Sa Hoffman, kapag mangyayari lang yung major product yung less substituted alkene natin or the Helpman elimination product if your tertiary alkyl halide will react with a strong bulky base such as TIBO, no? So, and Hoffman elimination yung mangyayari. Similar with DBN and DBU din. So, Hoffman elimination siya. Okay? So, let's proceed with number 2. So, for number 2, 1B pala rather, 1B. Tatlo ang sagot mo. So, kung ito yung ano mo no answer. So, if this is your bromine, tapos pag mag-undergo ng elimination, so E2 to, so this is still E2. So, ilan ang ano mo, beta hydrogens? Dalawa. So, either dito or dito. So, dapat may terminal ka, correct? Yeah. So, terminal. Okay, correct. And then, internal alkenes, cis and trans. Okay, tama naman yung B mo, 1B. How about yung 2A, Josh? 2A and 2B. So for 2A, when cis-1-bromo 2-methyl cyclohexane undergoes an E2 reaction, two products, cycloalkenes, are formed. What are these two cycloalkenes and which would you expect to be the major product? Write conformational structures showing how each is formed. And then for letter D, when trans 1-bromo 2-methyl cyclohexane reacts in an E2 reaction, only one cycloalkene is formed. What is this product? And write the conformation structures showing why it is the only product. So let's go to number 2. So 2A. So 2A, i-ano muna natin to, Josh. Cis-1-bromo 2-methyl cyclohexane. So yun yung pangalan niya. Ano daw? Cis-1-bromo. Cis. 1-bromo 2-methyl cis 1-bromo 2-methyl cyclohexane. Trans 1-bromo 2-methyl. Okay, versus ito. Tapos, both sila mag-undergo ng elimination via E2. Ayan, ito. Elimination via E2. Ito daw, two products. So, ito one lang. Pero need mo gawin muna confirmation. Josh, ayan. Sige, ikaw naman to. Madami na akong sinagutan. At Drinowi. Gawin mo muna siya, Josh, na chair. Confirmation. Both cyclohexanes. Both compounds.
So, bale,
Yes,
si...
Yan. Ayan,
Ayan
gagawin mo
siya.
muna cycloalkenes. Gawin mo chair confirmation. Ito na, dito na, sa baba. Sa dalawang baba. Dito at dito. Yan. Kasi dalawa naman yung ipapakita mo. Ay, sorry. O, ako lang dito sa kabila. Hmm? Yes, Josh.
So, dito, eh, baliktad.
Hmm. Hmm. What will happen na? Sa 2A and sa 2A and 2B. So this is 2B. Hmm.
Or, pero makataas din eh.
Hmm. O, ano na? What's your answer here? Sabi dyan, for 2A, dalawa ang products mo. For 2B, isa. So, I'll start with 2B siguro. So, if we will have here elimination, so we'll still have E2 here. So, ang mga beta hydrogens ko ay ito at saka itong side lang na to. So, this will be up. Ayan. And then, yung sa kabilang side naman ay, ayan. So, going up si bromine. Mhm. And then, so dapat anti-periplanar. So, this can be, ayun. So, we have here, ayan, ito, at saka ito. So, this hydrogen will be eliminated. Ito. Tapos, donate. So, this is your strong base. Ayan. Kaya isa lang ang product mo dito, Josh. So, no choice tayo dito kasi yung isa mong beta hydrogen ay seen naman siya, no? Hindi siya naka-anti-periplanar dun sa living group mo. So, Alex. So, isa lang talaga yung product for letter B. Parang kung ano po, chair. So, nandito yung double bond natin. Ayan. Nandito yung double bond. Tapos, pa rin CH3. Yeah. Okay. Well, how about your your assigned item, Josh? Sa 2A.
So, isa.
No choice ka.
Matanggal siya.
By the way, Josh, sa 2B, kung bakit ganito yung nangyari, kasi isa lang yung hydrogen na anti-periplanar with respect to bromine. Ito lang. Kasi itong hydrogen na to, this is also a beta hydrogen. Ito, another beta hydrogen. Pero hindi iyan mag-proceed kasi nga nakasim sila. No? Or same sila ng orientation going above the ring. So this cannot be eliminated. So yun lang, the only hydrogen that can be eliminated is this one. Ayan, 10 minutes na lang daw tayo, Josh. Dali. At least we finish this problem.
Nga mo.
Kung items na to, para
Ito siya.
matapos lang natin siya. Para addition reaction sa tayo pag resume natin.
Or,
So, ganyan yung itsura niyan. Idodrawing ko din sa kabila dito, ha? Ayan. Ganyan. So, pag ganon, and then, bromine. Asan yung mga hydrogen mo dito? Asan yung na-eliminate na hydrogen dito, Josh? Dito sa una mo. Ayan. O, sino yung mga
either this
na-eliminate
one,
na hydrogen?
para mapunta dito.
Sino?
This one
Sino yung
para mapunta
na-eliminate na
dito.
hydrogen? Isang hydrogen lang dapat, Josh.
One of those. Ito.
One of those. Okay.
Yan
Sino
yung
specifically? Yan
anti-periplanar.
lang. Bawal yung isang hydrogen kasi hindi siya naka anti dun sa giving group mo. So take note, dapat naka anti-periplanar siya. So ayan, donate and then alisto. So you'll form this, right? Tapos, ito naman, correct, no? So ito, dahil naka anti-periplanar naman siya, donate, tapos alis. So magkaibang compound nga naman yan. Right? Kasi yung isa yung mas malapit sa cyclo, sa methyl substituent mo, yung isa naman mas malayo sa methyl substituent. Kung i-Hayward natin ito, ano ba to? This is equivalent to CH3. So, nandito. Ayan. Tapos, ito naman, equivalent sa ayan, equivalent naman to saan? CH3. Dito naman. Ayan, magkaiba sila. So, similarly, dito sa kabila, Josh, this is equivalent to H3. Tapos, dito. Ayan. Go ahead, Josh. For number 3, ikaw yan. I'll challenge you. Sige. For number 3, we have here the compound isoborneol. So, yung isoborneol, hinit up siya with 9 molar sulfuric acid. The product of the reaction is the compound called campene. So, si campene ang nabuo, not bornylene. as one might expect. Write a step-by-step mechanism showing how campin is formed from isoborneol. Sige nga. Can you try that, Josh? Before we end this meeting. We still have 6 minutes left, Josh, for you to finish this. Number 3. Try mo yung trick, Josh. Are you still there, Josh?
Aba.
Try mo yung 3.
Three, ayan. When the compound blah 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 is reacted.
May isoborneol ka daw. So, may Norbornean system ka dito. Ayan, go. Paano siya magiging campin, hindi bornilin?
So, mag-ano mo, mapapronate siya.
Sa number 3.
Kami naman. Dito bukas sa katabi. Kasi mas mahirap iyan. Dito po siya, di po ako sa right ng problem.
Okay.
Plus, baka hydride ship.
So, ipoprotonate natin ito. This one will be protonated. Sige, susundan kita. Pasa na yung ano mo. So, this is via E1. Yes, Josh. This is also equivalent to this one.
Pag nandito siya, paano siya mapupunta doon? Sa kabilang side?
Campin ang
nangyari?
mabubuhay, not bornilin.
Parang something's wrong.
Ayan, parang check mo din yung ginawa ko sa baba. Baka mas makita mo kung paano. Kasi mas may guide dyan sa ano. Kung ano nangyari na sa so far. O ano nang kasunod niyan? Wala, Josh, 1 minute na lang pala tayo.
Wait lang mo. Ano ba napunta pa dito kasi?
Tignan mo yung sa baba na drinowing ko na. Ganyan na siya. Para at least hindi nasa likod.
Pero paano po napunta dito yung dito? So, saan ba 'to? May lamok? Where this supposed to be?
Ang product mo ay campene. May external alkene, tapos may dalawang metal na katabi. O ito, ayan, ito yung product. Ayan, ganito na lang siya, Josh. Yung red. Pag naputol tayo, Josh, i-continue na lang natin to next meeting. Ayan yung product, yung campaign. Nandito sa baba, drinowing ko. Para makita mo siya. Hmm.
So, bale